Well, hello again there, my dear friends, my dear families, you curious social media rubberneckers. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Um, so I've got some time off from work. No, haven't been laid off, just some time off. And I want to get caught up on some content. So I'm going to kick it off. Just talking a little bit about things that really irritate me. Now, it probably doesn't matter to you, but it's just something I guess some catharsis I need to undergo just to unburden myself from this. So I want to go through my list. I had a list of things that really piss me off, but I'm still working on that list, and I'm not sure that I don't think people will watch a video of mine for 3 hours. So I've condensed, I've changed the word. So things that just irritate me, all right? So, irritate me. So the first thing that, and these are not in any particular order of importance, all right? They all, I mean, I hope that I don't want them all to happen on the same day because then that will really piss me off. But so there's no hierarchy here with them. I'm just kind of whatever come to mind. The first one is though, and I've been thinking about this. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. Is when you cook a hot dog and you put it in the bun, and you take a mustard jar and you flip the top, you turn it over. It's a squeeze bottle. You go to squeeze it, and you squeeze it really hard, and a couple of things happen. Either one, there's a gob of crust that pops off on your hot dog, likely followed by a stream of mustard water, and then you get no mustard. So you kind of have to pull back, shake it down to the bottom, and then you gotta really try to squeeze it harder to actually get any mustard. And by that time, the mustard water has washed the mustard clot over to the side, and the bun is getting all soft. And by the time the mustard actually goes on there, I don't even want to eat the fucking thing anymore. It's just so yeah, so I don't like. Why does that? I don't know why it has to happen that way. Can't we? Can't someone come up with a mustard that doesn't shed any water? It's probably just best that I take a knife, in a top opening jar and do it manually. All right, that irritates me. To no end. The next one thing, the next thing that irritates me, and I'm sure some of you will agree with me on this, are slower drivers in the left lane. I don't know. So, I know they're probably thinking in their minds, well, I'm going the speed limit. It says 70. You're going 80. I don't like, you're doing, I'm not letting you by. I'm doing 70 and I'm standing right here. Or something like that. I don't know. That's what I hear in my head that they're saying. But that bothers me too. Is if you're a driver in the left lane, be looking in that rearview mirror, and if you can see that somebody is closing on you, find a spot in the right lane, get over and let them by, and then you can get back out again. Is that so goddamn hard? Um, let's see. And distracted drivers, that's part of that too. That irritates me when they're at a traffic light and they're looking down at their phone, or like I looking over while I'm passing them and they're looking down at their phone. Don't do that. Let's see, another thing. Oh, this one's also kind of a pet peeve of mine is that when I'm interrupted, when I'm talking or when I'm writing or when I'm doing something, right? If I'm interrupted by when I'm talking, what that says in my head is, oh, they don't think that what you have to say is very important. Fine. And I just shut down. So that's how I deal with it. I don't care if what I have to say isn't important to you. I'm not going to waste my breath. So we just move on. And maybe that's passive aggressive. I don't know. Or like when I'm writing or doing something that I really have to concentrate on. If I'm in the flow of thought and I'm writing, any break will interrupt me. It'll disrupt me, and then I'll lose the train of thought and the flow of whatever it is I'm writing. So, yeah, I don't like that either. Let's see. Another thing that really irritates me is that when coworkers talk about work when we're not at work. Now, I'm not one to socialize much with coworkers, but you know, every once in a while we'll go out, maybe have a sandwich or a beer together or whatever, or I'll be with some other some other people that I work with, and the table talk comes around to things at work. Damn. That's it. No, I don't see. I don't want to talk about work with co-workers. Let's talk about each other, our own experiences. Let's have something else, right? Than what we all uh, commonly experience every day. And so that irritates me. I'll shut down at a party, and I'll finish my beer, and I'll get out of there if that's going on. Uh, Another food related one just occurred to me is buying like a big bag of something. It doesn't even have to be potato chips, but usually it is potato chips. You open the bag, right, expecting to see, you expect some settling to occur during shipment, right? So you'd expect a little bit from the top, but you open it up and you paid $4 for a half a bag of air and some chips, and that to pay all that money, hard earned money, to open up the bag only to see that I paid for the same stuff I'm breathing for free. Right? I don't like that kind of dishonesty, but that's what capitalism is founded on. Let's see. Okay, one last thing, and this is socially related too. Is this would be when I sit down at a table uh, to have a meal with religious people, or I sit down at Thanksgiving with you know some religious people, not all, but many religious people, and some person of religion takes it upon themselves to pray before we eat, and the prayer drones on like a papal homily at Easter from St. Peter's Basilica balcony, while the food keeps getting colder. I don't I don't want my hot food to get cold. I want my hot food to be hot and my cold food to be cold. But I don't want my hot food that's just been served coming right off the stove or out of the oven. I don't want it to go cold. If I wanted that, I would put it on the plate and I'd throw it right in the fucking refrigerator, I don't know, for 15, 20 minutes. So I don't want that. Why? Anyway, anyway, see, it irritates me. So anyway, that's it. That's my list. I've wasted just about 8 minutes of your life today. Um, anyway, thank you for being here, and I'm gonna be posting some more content, maybe throughout the day, maybe sometime this week. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys on another video. Thanks for following, sharing, liking, thumbs upping, whatever it is that we're supposed to do to advance these kinds of things. All right, I'm gonna go get some water. See ya.